I wasn't being rude. I just didn't recognize you in civilian clothing, so that was the problem. Right over there is Vince. Vince, raise your hand. Everybody look over at Vince. Let's all wave and say hello to the live streamers at home so they can join our festivities and they can all see how beautiful you look. Thank you all for being here. We have a great program for you tonight. In some categories, we have multiple recipients. So I would ask when your name is called that you come on up this way. But I would ask the audience to please hold their applause until we gather the whole group together. Okay, all right, everybody ready? I'd like to invite Phil Pons, Chair of the Recognition Committee, to our stage.
Good evening. Wrong mic. Good evening. Now, at the very beginning, I've had a faux pas. I'm a little afraid that Art might come up and slap me. But beyond that, welcome to the Stewies. I am not as eloquent as Steve Dodd or as informed on the program as Chris Crum was. And it's really hard to chronicle Bernie Frankel, so I'm pretty sure I'm not him. I've been to several of these events. I've been on the recognition team for a couple of years. But until this year, when I'm nominally in charge, I had never really understood how complex it is to bring all this together between the team efforts to select the people that get awards, scheduling videos, working with the staff to set up an event like this. It just all comes together, and just thanks to everybody involved. You may note that the presenters for each category tonight are all recent award winners, so they're familiar with what it means to be a lead steward, a master steward, a legacy steward on whatever the behind the scene teams are. As Max mentioned, for the long list of multiples, please hold your applause until the presenter starts to clap. That would be your cue, then it's the right time to do it. Anyway, thanks for coming here. I hope you enjoy the evening, and let's move on.
Hi everyone, I'd like to welcome you to the 2022 Steward Recognition event. It's great to have everyone there in person, and I wish I could be there with you. You know that I am there in spirit, and I would be there if I could. Also, thank you to everyone that's watching on the live stream and watching from home for all that you do for the Conservancy. The public and our staff and our board are so grateful that all of our public-facing activities are back at 100%. And all of the feedback we've received from the public is how amazing it is to see you all out there and see everyone not only in the preserve but in our education programs, working on our research initiatives, and just to be back at 100%. Well, I think that's all you need to hear from me tonight, because you know if I was there in person, I'd be going on much longer. So thank you for all that you do. Tonight is about you, so let's celebrate you and all that you've done this year. Thank you, everyone, and have a great night.
Hi, my name's Art Rance. I'm the brand new CLT chair, 3 days. And first of all, I'd just like to thank the people that went before me, especially Rick Pierce, that kind of set this job up and made it a lot easier for me. You've just witnessed history. I don't know if you realize that, but we really didn't edit Justin's speech at all. That was 57 seconds. It'll never happen again. Seriously, in talking to Justin and making that video, he really is upset that he's not here tonight, and we wish him well in his recovery. I'd also like to welcome the online, the streamer people out there, YouTube. You know, my grandkids really think I'm kind of special because I'm a grandpa that's YouTubing, and that's, you know, I didn't know I was that special, but they think it's pretty cool. I'm not sure I do. So I'd like to mention and thank a group that probably we're not going to talk about tonight very much, and that's the new stewards. We're approaching 100 new stewards this season, and this is not just an ordinary group of stewards. We have several new people from this season. They're actually assistant chairs in the respective programs. We have a whole lot of people that have stepped up to be leaders as a lead, as team leads, as chairs, and contributed to a lot of the other programs and events that have been going on this season. They've contributed now just about 6,200 hours, and that includes some people that just are brand new stewards, so it's pretty amazing. You know, the new stewards bring enthusiasm, they bring new ideas, they really energize the Conservancy, you know, in its mission. So I just really, really want to thank these people because they are the lifeblood of the Conservancy. And I think we're going to talk to Roy later on, or at least have his video. And Roy, if you're out there, go NC as a fellow Tar Heel. Thanks.
Good evening. I guess I'm the first presenter tonight. It's a pleasure to be here. My name is John Parente. I'm from Class 85, Patrol Chair. So welcome to Patrol Pathfinder Orientation. Tonight we're going to review, I'm sorry, next slide. Every time I'm up in front of a group of stewards, I'm giving a presentation about patrol and pathfinding, so sorry about that. Actually, it's my pleasure tonight to announce the winners of the Chet Award. And I think I'm going to announce them, and then we'll have you all come up. Steve, next. Okay, so we have Katie Black, Mary Caton, Gary Dokes. Next slide. Anita Durham, Julie Hitt, and Mike Roberts. Can you all please come up to the stage? Everyone on that side, please. So while they're coming up, I'll talk a little bit about the Chet Award. It was established in 2015. It was named after Chet Andrews, who was steward number 1. It's for new stewards who have had less than 2 years of stewardship. And it is for those stewards who exhibit the characteristics, the Conservancy attributes of character, heart, enthusiasm, and teamwork. And the nominations come from steward leadership and Conservancy staff. So please join me again in congratulating them all. Thanks, John. Thanks, Gary. Congratulations.
Thank you, John. Thank you, John. So Art mentioned Go Heels. I wore Go Heels. Okay. I always misspelled Duke, by the way. Anyway, my name is John Zekias. I'm a lead steward. I'm also the chair of the Citizen Science Program, and I am a certified citizen scientist. And I'm here to talk to you and congratulate folks that have been promoted to lead stewards. So again, if you'd hold your applause until the end, because we have 9 this year. So first off, and he's standing over there, Gary Dokes, lead steward, Rob Halligan, Deirdre Hyman, Mitch Louie. Our second group, Fred Mermelstein, John Parenti, Mary Prexma, Jerry Riebling. Next slide. Max Sekenik, Jim Tellinghurst, and Mike Wench. So congratulations. So as a reminder, lead stewards, 2 or more years of consistent service, over 500 cumulative hours, working in 2 programs, areas of activity for 75 hours per program, also serving as a mentor, attending 10 educational events, working in a leadership position, and also working as supporter per position and activity, and then also contributing time as well as at least $5 a month. So congratulations, everyone. Awesome job. So come on up. These are your lead stewards for
Thanks, John. Thanks, John. I didn't do it.
Yes, you did.
I did not.
Come on, Jim.
Hey, buddy.
And now Sharon.
And the winner is, hi, I'm Sharon Fitz, class number 72 in March of 2018, and I'm very pleased to present the awards for Behind the Scenes. The award winners for the first set of Behind the Scenes awards are Gina Clark, Cinda McLean, Barbara Montgomery Ratcliffe, Carrie Olson, John Parente, Steve Sukenik, and Mike Wench. And they may all come up.
Where's Carrie?
I haven't seen him.
He's got glasses.
Thank you.
So in order to,
Are you going to give
People-
out this award, or you want me to?
people who have qualified this award have contributed of significant support activities. They've enabled achievement of conservancy goals and or events. There are only a few people or teams per year, and they're nominated by Steward leadership conservancy staff. And here are how some of them achieved their award. Gina helped develop the engaging conservancy leadership class that was piloted this spring. Cinda created a database that records 30 years of Steward and conservancy historical records. Barbara, serving as the editor for the Mountain Lions magazine. Carrie and John designed the concept and created the first set of slider signs at Pima Dynamite Trailhead. Steve for running the popular Lunch and Learn series and pathfinding efforts at Brown's Ranch, and Mike for intensive work in developing the IUCN project with Dan Gruber and Citizen Science. Thank you all. Next slide. Yep. Now I would like to present the team members who have earned a Behind the Scenes award. This is a new category this year, and the team members are Franco Farina, Sue Handke, Dan Gruber, and Len Marcis.
Neither Len nor.
Thank you, Sharon. Oh, are we getting this? Yes, you're getting it. Oh, well, thank you very much. This is an award. Well earned. Thank you. He's gone. I don't understand that. Thank you very much.
I'm here to present the Happy Trails Award, and my notes had a little accident. So bear with me. The Happy Trails Award recognizes a steward who has had a significant history of service in the Conservancy, but because of life changes, can no longer maintain active participation. To be eligible for the award, a steward must be a master or legacy steward. Congratulations to a good friend of the Conservancy and someone we miss very much. This year's award recipient, our good friend Rory Cassidy.
Folks, welcome to Franklin, North Carolina. I'm so pleased to be awarded the Happy Hiker Award. We're not on the trail today. Today's the Nantahala Hiking Club and the Appalachian Trail Conservancy is hosting the annual Thru Hikers Chow Down. Right now we have about 40 hikers here. This is our Nantahala Hiking Club trail for you new stewards. Get involved with all the programs. When I showed up for trail maintenance and knew what a McLeod was, they were quite impressed. I'm now a certified sawyer, so I can operate a chainsaw in the National Forest. We do trail maintenance, trail ambassador. It's just an amazing program. So stay involved with as many programs as you can. I learned so much when I was a steward with the Conservancy and put that to use out here in North Carolina. I miss everybody tremendously. Hope you have a great evening, and I'll see you when I get back to Scottsdale.
Is put forward. With 700 stewards providing almost 60,000 hours of time each year, it honestly makes Scottsdale the envy of agencies. We get the phone calls from other agencies that ask, how did you do that? But this is so much more than just dollars and cents. You, the stewards, bring an unparalleled level of advocacy, ownership, and enthusiasm to the preserve, and along with that comes a richness and vibrancy that is otherwise unattainable and that you just can't put a price on. So we're here tonight to recognize one of those stewards for the City Award. We give this award each year to a steward who has provided a significant contribution to the goals of the city. And as our staff, we got together, we had a very lengthy list of stewards with many names on it, but one rose to the top. This person has dedicated countless hours to the preserve in achieving our goals. They always arrive with a smile. And even on the roughest projects, the most challenging weather conditions, the perpetual positive attitude that Leona exhibits, it wears off on the rest of us that are around her. She's highly organized, never lets the fine details slip through the cracks, and has also dedicated significant amounts of time to other open space and environmental endeavors throughout the city. So Leona truly represents the spirit of preservation and is very deserving of this year's City Award. Congratulations, Leona. And Leona is not with us tonight, but we do have the award that we will get to her. And I believe we have a short video.
Hi, Leona. It's
Hi, Leona.
John and Yvonne here. We just want to talk about how great you are.
And that's pretty easy to do. You have done so much in the Conservancy that has helped us as the staff tremendously in all the activities that you're involved with.
Yeah, there are things that we couldn't get to. You always would take charge. You would follow up with all the trail reports that would come in and let them know or go out and check it out. And that was a great, huge help for all of us. Thank you.
The great thing about you, Leona, is that you always bring a smile.
Yep.
There's a laugh that's accompanied quickly after that smile. And everybody on the team knows you. You make everyone feel welcome. We are so proud of you and what you've accomplished, and this is our little bit of recognizing you for a job extremely well done. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you. And I'm lucky enough to be your twin. Thank you, Leona.
So next up we have the Officers Award, and most people realize when Justin's here I don't get the mic, so I'm kind of happy to have the mic tonight. There's a couple of things I did want to say first. As I was listening to the Chet Awards, the 4 words, character, heart, enthusiasm, and teamwork, it's great to welcome our latest Chets, but I just think it really summarizes this organization as well. It truly is the teamwork. So before I present the award, I just want to re-emphasize, this is all about the stewards tonight. We get to recognize you most days and say thank you, but this is our one true opportunity to say thank you to all of you. And that thank you is very much from all of the staff. We have a good number around the room tonight, so it's very much thank you from us and thank you for partnering with us. So now on to the Officers Award, and I bought props. How many people here read Mountain Lions? That's what I like to see. So our latest one came out just this week, and at the back there's actually our 30th anniversary Mountain Lions as well. So 5 years ago, well, I guess through the years we've had a number of editors. We have many, many writers who are in this room. We have people that write the photo captions. We have photographers. But over the last 5 years, since spring 2017, this person has made this magazine really happen. So I'm going to ask Dennis Eckel to come up here and accept the award. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. So what you guys don't know is there's a planning meeting every single quarter when we try and figure out what goes in the magazine. Dennis is a core part of that helps us make sure that we include interesting topics. It's diverse, it really attracts everyone. Every time we need photos and we don't have a good selection of them, he's the first person to go out and offer to do a photo shoot. There's an amazing one that he's done recently on our mini horses. So then we all finish our writing, our editing, and we just hand a whole bunch of articles across to Dennis, and Dennis makes this magazine look professional and something that we're really all proud of. So I counted up today, he's now done 22 editions for us, so it really is a huge thank you. I know the stewards love this magazine, and I also know that the public do as well, so thank you very much, Dennis.
Sure wish I had my hiking boots on.
Try to look nice for one evening, but they're not comfortable. Yeah, and I didn't wear my socks. I should have. Hi, I'm Janine Alsop. It's a pleasure to be here this evening to announce this year's Master Steward for this season. I am just so glad to be up here to be able to introduce them to you. The qualifications to become a Master Steward include to be a lead steward, 2 more years of consistent service since becoming a lead steward, 1,500 cumulative hours, 4 program areas of activity, 100 plus hours per program, 20 education events, 2 leadership positions, 2 support positions or activities, an average of $5 or 5 hours per month since January 2018. Okay, slide please. The first Master Steward, I introduce you to Steve Coluccio. If I could ask, please, if everybody would hold their applause until the presentation is over. Thank you, or I might come out and smack you.
As far as my favorite memories of the preserve, I've actually got a couple of them that are very similar. I really enjoy it when I'm part of an organization that has the capability to respond quickly to spontaneous events. During the last 3 years, we've had a couple of what I would call natural disasters or natural events that occurred in the preserve or near the preserve. The first was Snowmageddon, which happened in February of 2019. 18 inches of snow up on Tom's Thumb, 8 to 10 inches of snow in other parts of the northern preserve. The second event was the wildfire that occurred in the McDowell-Sonoran Regional Park in August of 2020. We put out a call to the Steward community, and in both situations, the response was overwhelming. We were able to get people out to the trailheads all day long for 3 or 4 days at a time, several trailheads. I was really proud of the effort that we made in taking care of the situation. And during my tenure with the Conservancy, I really look at it as some of our finest hours. As far as significant contributions are concerned, I'd like to highlight the activities of the patrol program while I was patrol chair from May 2019 until April 2021. If you remember, we had something called the pandemic that hit in March of 2020. At that point in time, the Conservancy had to close down most of its programs. Fortunately, the patrol program was allowed to continue operating. Basically, the start of the pandemic, the patrol program registered 27,000 hours of contribution to the Conservancy. That was a new record for the patrol program. That was also about 18% more than the previous year. I'm really proud of all the patrollers who got out and got that job done. By the way, we did that with 90 fewer patrollers than we had the year before. At that same point in time, we were getting many new visitors to the preserve. I really feel like the contribution that the patrol program made during that period of time did a lot to keep our preserve protected as well as our visitors safe.
Next, please. Sharon Fitz. Congratulations, Sharon. Good job. I know. Don't listen.
I became interested in the Conservancy when I first ran into Tony Valley on the Sunrise Trail once. He says, wow, you're having a really good time with this, making it easy. I said, yeah, I do it all the time. He said, you need to be a steward. So I said, okay, I'll think about it. So they called the office after I got home, and it was like end of February, and there were no more classes that year that were empty, so I just kind of sat on it for a while. And the following year, sometime I got hooked up with the Conservancy Women Group and saw what nice people they all were and what fun they were really having. So I thought, wow, this is a good group. And I liked being outside. So being outside with a purpose, as I tell everyone, having a purpose is always better than being outside just to be outside. Like everyone else, I found the beginning of the COVID pandemic very stressful, just not being able to find what I needed at the store and all the precautions and everybody all scared to death. The best thing for me was just to be out here in the preserve and to hike, 10, 12 miles, and that'll take the edge off of most anything. And after that, by the time I got home, I had enough Conservancy projects to spend some hours on the computer working on them that the days just kind of went by. And the stress was much reduced having those other things to think about than where am I going to find toilet paper or paper towels or something like that. So it was all about the preserve.
Learning. It is fun. I'm learning something new every time I'm out in the field, whether it is about deer color project, wildlife camera, butterflies, birds, flowers, desert tortoises, non-native plants, and snakes. Yes, snakes. I have seen enough of them. I've learned a lot, and thank you for the opportunity. Hiking. Thank you.
There's so much variety of ways to be involved. My background is learning, education. I am happiest when I am learning new things. I'm bored when I'm not. And the Conservancy gives me lots and lots and lots of new things to learn. When I finished my term as Pathfinder Chair, I was faced with the question that I think all graduates of S101 are faced. You know, what am I going to do? I've now learned this wide variety of things that I can do, would like to do, but what am I going to do? About 7 years or so ago, the Conservancy put on Junior Citizen Science Festival for kids. And I was a new steward, and there was this call for help. So I arrived at the trailhead, and they said, could you just go down? There's this station about rats, desert rats. And I thought, there is no way I am going to go talk about desert rats. But I said I couldn't say no. I mean, I volunteered. So I went, and there were some senior stewards there who were talking about 3 different kinds of desert rats, and they gave me a quick tutorial. And suddenly I was talking to these kids about desert rats. And so I started doing just reading on my own about pack rats particularly. And the next year, Junior Citizen Science Festival rolled around, and the people who had originally done the rat presentation were not going to do it. And they asked me if I would do it. And I said, if I can talk about pack rats. Those are the kinds of things that keep you involved in the Conservancy, the ability and the opportunity to learn new things that you never thought you wanted to know, and now you can't stop learning about them.
Congratulations, Sally.
What's been really the most exciting thing for me over the past 5 years is just seeing the transformation of the Conservancy. When I started, it was, as I said, 5 years ago, and it was just get out and patrol, learn some stuff, and do some good. And now the Conservancy's become so much more sophisticated, and I just feel really blessed to be a part of it. A couple years ago, I was asked to get involved with Stewardship 101, and I think I've really found my niche in the Conservancy. I'm very good at building relationships and building firm foundations, and I have enjoyed this so much. You have to remember that Stewardship 101 is really like a pep rally. Let's get everyone involved and get people excited so that when they become stewards, they're going to look to the future of the Conservancy too. Gosh, there are an awful lot of memories over the last 5 years, but I would say in recent time, there are really 7 favorite memories, and those are of the last 7 Stewardship 101 classes we've had this year. It's been so exciting to see the enthusiasm of the new stewards as we're telling them about the preserve and about the conservancy. And I think that's what's been really most important and most effective for me. We now tell them to get out there, learn new stuff, try new stuff, and have lots of fun along the way. And we've been pretty successful at that, I think.
Okay, you already blew it. I was going to say, please, let's all together congratulate these awesome stewards.
Yes, I am standing up. Vince, hi. I'm BJ Tatro, and I'm a legacy steward, proudly. And I'm from class 7. For those of you who don't count time in steward time, that's 2004. I'm honored to be able to introduce our newest legacy steward, but in a moment. Because first, I'd like to ask all the legacy stewards present to please stand, because you know I'd never do anything by myself. Thank you. I'd also like those who are live streaming tonight, the other half of our cohort, to stand at home and be recognized. But why we're really here tonight is to introduce our newest member, Rich Cochran. Rich, would you come up, please? Oh, there you are. We're going to learn a little bit about you, but first I'm going to tell them about legacy stewards. You can stay there. Don't.
Just move a little bit.
I'm vaccinated. Legacy stewards have to have been a master steward, at least these days, have 5 or more years of cumulative service since becoming a master steward, 4,000 cumulative hours currently reporting, an average of $5 or 5 hours per month since January 2018. And let me say it's not an average, it's an average of at least. Have made a significant leadership contribution to the betterment of the Conservancy and its overall success. And I'm very proud of each and every one of you, and you too, Rich. We're going to learn a little bit about Rich now. And Mr. Slide Person, would you help us with that?
Of all the things that I've done in the Conservancy, I think my contributions and work in the Nature Guides program has given me the most pleasure. The elementary school field trips are a highlight. I enjoy talking to the children, and their enthusiasm and energy is contagious. It's important for us to pass on our knowledge and love of the preserve and the Sonoran Desert to future generations. I have also had the opportunity to interact and connect with adults through the Trailside Naturalist Stations, Sonoran Sunday, and private tours. All these have motivated me to learn more about the ecology of the Sonoran Desert. There are several reasons why I keep involved with the Conservancy. It's the great stewards I get to work with. Their knowledge and commitment is impressive. The Conservancy also offers many different programs and activities that allow a steward to grow and expand their experiences. Perhaps most importantly is the Conservancy is an organization that provides a way that an individual can have an impact on maintaining the preserve for the future and the preservation of open spaces in general.
Gloria, would you stand up too? I'm sure he couldn't have done it without me. It's not glass.
Thank you. And thank all of you.
You want to say thanks?
Yes, really don't have much to add to what I said before in the films, but it's really a pleasure to work with all of you. You make it worthwhile. Thank you.
How about that? Wasn't that a great program and a delicious dinner? What a great evening. So I just want to take a minute to thank a few people. Thank you to Art Rance for the wonderful montage that was running through dinner, as well as this fabulous PowerPoint. To Phil Pons and the entire recognition team. To our staff, Rob and Jackie, Brian, Claire, and so many more of you. Tyler, our bartender. Thanks for helping to make this, yeah, that was a really important one. Thanks for helping to make this evening great, and to Vince and his team so that the people at home can join us as well. But tonight, the big winner, the really big winner is the Conservancy, because of all of you and all that you do to help keep our preserve a safe and enjoyable place. Thank you all so much for being here, for everything you do out there. There are mountain lions out in the lobby on your way out if you'd like to grab them. If you have just a few more minutes and you want to help us break down the room, that would be awesome. Thanks so much for being here. Drive safely and see you all out on the trail.